Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss about the first chapter, that is matter. So we know that our world is made up of different kind of stuffs, and if we look around we will be able to see many things what we call matter. Like here this blackboard, this chalk, this duster, all these are matter. So the question is, what is matter? Anything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. Now in this definition there are two terms. One is mass and another is space. First thing is mass. What is mass? Mass is anything which makes up an object. Like if for example this chalk. This chalk is made up of porous sedimentary rock, mainly calcite, which consists of calcium carbonate. So calcium carbonate is the mass of this chalk. Now space. What is space? The space occupied by an object is called its volume. Now how can we measure volume? As we discuss about mass can be measured by the units grams or kilograms. Now how can we measure the volume? We measure the volume like this. As I said, this chalk, we can measure the volume of this chalk by the formula V is equal to pi r square h, because this chalk resembles a cylinder. So this is a cylinder. Here r is the radius of the cylinder and h is the height. So the volume is pi r square h. Now let's come back to the point matter. So what we learned, anything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. Examples of matter are chalk, duster, board, bed, water, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Even you and me, human beings, plants, all these are matter. Now there are two properties on the basis of which matter can be categorized into groups. The first property is physical property. Physical property. A property that we can measure or feel or see or smell. These properties are physical property. On the basis of physical property, matter are of three kinds. One is solid, another is liquid, and another is gas. Now second thing is chemical property. A property that is evident, that become evident during or after a chemical reaction. On the basis of this property, matter can be categorized into three groups like elements, compounds, and mixture. Now in today's class, we will only discuss about the matter. Those are categorized on the basis of physical properties. Those are solid, liquid, and gases. Now we all know that there are three states of matter. One is solid, another is liquid, and the last one is gas. Now we all are familiar with these three states of matter. Now why the matter possible? Now why solid, liquid, and gases have different properties? They have different properties because they are made up of small particles known as molecules. Suppose this is a matter. This matter is made up of very small tiny particles known as molecules. And molecules are made up of tiny particles known as atoms. Now there are three main properties on the basis of which we can say that a physical state of matter is solid, liquid, or gas. What are the three main properties? What are the three main properties? The first property is interparticle space. What is interparticle space? Interparticle space is the space between the molecules of a matter. Second thing is interparticle force. Interparticle force is the force of attraction between the molecules of a matter. Now the last one is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the amount of movement of a particle. Like when a matter is there, the particles tend to move from one position to another position, and in that case they gain some energy, they possess some energy. The energy is called kinetic energy. Keeping these points in mind, now we will discuss about solid, liquids and gases. So the first thing is solid. In solid, like this thing, chalk, we can say solids are compactly packed, and the space, so that as they are compactly packed, so the interparticles, as we know that solids are very closely packed matter, so as they are closely packed, the interparticle space is minimum. The space between the molecule are minimum. Now second thing is interparticle force. As they are closely packed, so the interparticle force, the force of attraction between the particle is very high. So interparticle force is maximum. Next thing is kinetic energy. As they are closely packed, as I said, the particles cannot move from one place to another place. So kinetic energy is minimum. For an example, we can say that this is a beaker and some ice is there. So how the particles would be look like this. These are the molecules or particles. See here, the space is very less, so the interparticle space is minimum. Interparticular force, particles are closely packed, so the force of attraction between the particle is very high. So this is maximum. And kinetic energy, particles cannot move from one place to another place, so kinetic energy is minimum. Now let's go to the next thing. Pause. Now let's move on to liquid. In case of liquid, we know that liquid are very loosely packed as compared to solid. So interparticle space is a little bit more than that of solid. So this is more than solids. Next thing is interparticle force. As they are little bit separate from each other, so the force of attraction between the molecule is less than solid. Less than solids. Next thing is kinetic energy. As there is space between the molecules of liquid, so they can move a little bit, so the kinetic energy we can say in between. Suppose in this beaker water is here, okay. Now see the molecules. These are the molecules of water. See the space, the interparticle space is more than solid. Interparticle force, as they are distantly placed, so the interparticular force is less than solid. And kinetic energy, as the space is there between the molecules, so they can move from here to there, so the kinetic energy is in between. Now what happens in case of gas? Now what happens in case of gas? Last one is gas. In case of gas, the interparticle space is very high, as the particle of the gases are far apart from each other. So the interparticle space is maximum. Now interparticular force, as the molecules are far apart from each other, so we can say that the interparticle force or the force of attraction between the molecules are negligible or minimum. Now kinetic energy. Now the kinetic energy, as the particles are far away from each other, so they can move very easily. So the kinetic energy is maximum. Again, see in this beaker, suppose there is oxygen, carbon dioxide or any gas. See the particles, one particle is here, another particle is here. They tend to move from one place to another place. So the interparticular space is very high or maximum. Interparticular force is minimum because the force of attraction is very low. And kinetic energy, they can move from here to there or anywhere. So the kinetic energy is maximum. Now look at my fingers. If we suppose that my fingertips are the particles, so this is a solid thing, we can say. The particles cannot move and the interparticle space is very low. Now this is a solid thing. What happens in case of liquid? See, the kinetic energy is in between, space is low. Now in case of gases, what happens? See, the kinetic energy is maximum, space is maximum, interparticle space is very high and the force is very low. Now let's move on to interconversion of state. What is interconversion of state? When a matter changes its state from one to another, that is called the interconversion of state. For example, we can say that under normal pressure, water exists as ice at a temperature of 0 degree Celsius or below. Under room temperature, it exists as water, and if we give more heat to that water, it will form water vapor. So the ice cube was solid form of water, and the second water is normal liquid form, and when it forms upon heating, water vapor, that is the gaseous form. So water is changing its state from matter. Water is changing its state from solid to liquid to gas. This is the interconversion of state of matter. Now we can change the state of matter by two ways. One is by giving the temperature, and we can change the state of matter by two processes or two ways. Number one is we can change it by changing the temperature, and the second one is we can change the state of matter by changing the pressure. So now how we can change the state of matter? By changing the temperature. Here are some terms. The first term is melting. The process in which a solid thing or a solid substance becomes So first term is melting. The process in which solid substances changes into liquid on heating is called melting, and the temperature at which the solid substance changes into liquid is called melting point. Now the second term is boiling. Boiling. The process in which liquid substances changes into gas on heating is called boiling. The temperature at which a liquid substance changes into gas is called its boiling point. Now next term is evaporation. The process in which the next term is evaporation. The process in which liquid substances changes into gas at room temperature is called evaporation. There is a small difference between boiling and evaporation. Boiling happens on giving heat and evaporation happens at room temperature. The next term is condensation. Condensation. The process in which gas becomes liquid on cooling is called condensation. And the next term is freezing. The process in which liquid substances become solid is called freezing. Now the last term is sublimation. Sublimation. There are some solid substances which changes its state directly from solid to gas without passing through the liquid state. This process is called sublimation. The solids that sublimes are camphor, naphthalene, iodine, etc. Now how can we change the state of matter by changing the pressure? We know that we can change the state of matter by decreasing or increasing the pressure. How? Like if we want to change the gas into liquid, we have to increase the pressure, and if we want to change the liquid into solid, we have to give the pressure more. So like that, if we want to change the solid to liquid, we have to decrease the pressure, and if we want to change this liquid into gas, we have to decrease the pressure more. Like for example, solid carbon dioxide can be changed into gas by decreasing the pressure. And what we use in our homes, liquefied petroleum gas, that is LPG, that is a compressed form of gas. So this was all about matter, and now let's move on to your exercise. Now this was all about matter. I hope you understood what we discussed so far. Now let's move on to your exercise. Now see your exercise. The first one is A. Choose the correct option. Number 1 answer is B. Number 2 is B. Number 3 A. Number 4 B. Number 5 A. Number 6 A. Number 7 D. Number 8 D. Number 9 B. Number 10 D. Number 11 B. And 12 D. B. Fill in the blanks. 1 is gas. Number 2 freezing. Number 3 atmospheric pressure. Number 4 gas. Number 5 space and mass. Number 6 higher. Number 7 properties. See true and false. Number 1 false. 2 true. 3 true. 4 false. 5 false. 6 true. 7 false. D. Match the following. Match number 1 with B. 2 with D, 2 with D, 3 with A and 4 with C. E. Number E, A is freezing, B is melting, C deposition, D sublimation, E evaporation, F condensation. So these are the short question answers, subjective question answers. I hope you are reading carefully and stay at home and be safe. Thank you.